What is up, you guys? In our very last YouTube video, you guys saw us out here cleaning and organizing the warehouse a good bit, and everything just looks so much better now. We have such a better workflow going on, and in the process of doing all the cleaning and organizing, we compiled several bins filled with inventory that needs to be sold. So we're going to jump on to a Whatnot show real fast, get some of that sold. Later on in today's video, we're also going to take you guys by our old house that we used to live in when we first started this YouTube channel. If you remember, a couple months ago, we made a video saying that we were planning on selling the house. We were going to do some upgrades and some repairs to the house. We want to give you an update on that, let you know where we are. And we also have another announcement at the end of today's video about a very special project we've been working on for, I don't know, like 3 or 4 months at this point. We've been trying to delay it until everything was finalized, I guess. But we are just too excited. We got to tell you guys about that. So stick around. It should be a fun video today. So like I said, while we were cleaning and organizing, we were compiling things to sell on Whatnot. We've got a ton of stuff back here in this little, behind the Whatnot stream area. So I was going to pull some bins off the shelf here to clear out, but I think we should just really work on this stuff today. Yeah. Try to get some of this moved out. It's a very quick show, probably like 45 minutes to an hour or so. Maybe not even that much. It depends on how fast things go, but we'll see. Welcome aboard. Early morning show, 10 o'clock. Rise and shine. Well, My Little Pony. It's Izzy Moonbow. We got a lot of My Little Pony though. Pearl Girl, thank you. Small one.
You had somebody reach out about the record player. Were you?
I've had like 15 people reach out about the record player. Yeah, Sugar Plum Fairy Eeyore.
A Certain Elegance. Thank you.
$7. Good deal.
Yeah. The market has gone completely down on Funko Pops.
We used to be able to get...
Wendy, thank you so much.
Wendy. We used to be able to get like, like
add some stuff to her.
$7 to $10 for like a cute Funko Pop. Like we don't really look at the price charting value of Funko Pops. We just look for cool ones or cute ones, whatever. But it's difficult. It's difficult. Like I've got two here. Here's a Scarlet Witch. Let's try to sell a Scarlet Witch. What do you think a Scarlet Witch Funko Pop will sell for? Well, 1 second left, and we sold for $6. So after fees, basically break even. And it's really, really difficult to find Funko Pops for less than $5 a piece. I see deals on Facebook Marketplace all the time where people are like, I have 1,400 and I'm selling them for $15 a piece. I'm like, good luck. Look, it's a Winnie the Pooh in a bee costume. Small number 4. He's got little antlers. Vicky Lynn taking it for 8. Thank you. Small 4. $6 on this. Oh my gosh, $6 for a Tyler set. That's a crazy good deal. Small number 5.
Most of them are like Hallmark itty bitties or Tsum Tsums, but they're all Star Wars. Fast resale. Thank you so much.
Currently going for $5. Sudden death, 5 seconds left. Last bid takes it down. $6 going once. $7, 1 second. And Moody True taking for 8. Thank you, large food.
Thank you so much. Any more golf items?
We got a driver. I will sell. It's a TaylorMade RBZ 10.5 degree, I think, or 9.5 degree. I'll sell it, but I don't want to start that at $2. I'll give you a good deal, but I think I paid like $120 for it. Wendy, thank you. Single part number 2. I would start this at $60 if you want it. I'll just run it. I personally use this for like 4 rounds. Jay Raby,
Thank you so much.
Taking it for 60. Thank you so much. That was a good deal. Good deal on this. Large single item.
That is a good deal. Y'all are making me hungry for some lobster rolls. Hot lobster rolls with butter. Oh, we had a raid? Are we doing this a raid?
A raid?
We did have a raid. Turning Grace, thank you so much.
Thank you for the raid.
Really appreciate that.
All right, I have a large flat rate box here. You guys know what that means. We just have so many things around here. So I'm gonna fill up this box. So pay Michael Conroy with a $1 tip.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm gonna fill up a box and we're just gonna sell the whole box, okay? Oh, watches. We do have some watches.
Oh, I have an entire large flat rate box full of watches.
Yes.
And they're not like great watches. There might be a couple of good ones, but if there's a couple people interested, we'll run it.
Princess Wand. It lights up. You get that in here. Adding that. I'm gonna give you this hoodie. This is I think it's a women's hoodie. It's like a soft like blanket material. It's new at Tags. I'll give you a little Woody plush.
So this is a band. It's called A Day to Remember. It's I have it at the bottom. It's just a band shirt. I like them as like a teenager, and I don't know, it's nostalgic, so I bought it.
Lilac soap, a soap bag, and a soap dish. This is like I think it's supposed to be like a strawberry soap dish. You give us Disney hyena. Disney hyena plush. That's going in there.
This is a great idea to make sure that they fit in the box.
They'll fit. This little Squishmallow alien fish guy. I don't know. You get him. I'll give you a cotton candy soap. I'll give you all of these action figures. This chick.
Here, you can have a soap bag for your cotton candy soap as well.
Spider-Man. This guy. This chick.
You gotta make sure it closes.
It'll
It's
close.
a little. It's.
It'll close. Matchbox car.
I think you need to quit while you're ahead.
And I'll give you this Raiders NFL hat. You get all that. This is the way to do Whatnot shows. It's a single item, ships on
So
its
it's
own.
not gonna bundle with anything else. Obviously, I mean, you know,
$2.
$9.21 to ship.
Look at this tape we switched to. If you scan this QR code, it'll give you $15 off your first purchase. And it's already packed up. All I gotta do is put tape on it. My Bronco. Thank you so much. $42.
Thank you so much. Okay, I will run the watch list, you guys. We would literally be sitting here for like 15 minutes if I went through every single watch that's in this box. Visor watch. Here's another little pocket watch. It's got like some initials on the back. Chico's.
This one looks fancy.
Yeah, it just has initials on it. Another relic. Bulova. This one just has like some messed up like face a little bit. Claremont, all of that, bunch of random stuff. Run that deal. Thank you so much.
Run that deal.
So much.
This is a Wonder Woman Dorbs set. So you get Wonder Woman and Ares. I don't know. You get both of these. That's in there. I'll give you this set of pins. I think it's a Bill Blass pin set. This is like a woven trivet, maybe like a plant stand or something. I don't know.
Oh, that's cute.
This is a Samsung Digimax S500. I don't know if it works though. Let's see. It looks like it would. I'll give you this hyena Disney plush. I'll give you 3 Matchbox or Hot Wheels BMW, Jurassic World, and another Hot Wheel. I'll give you a Berry Blast soap, a Star Wars spatula, Mario 85 hoodie. Oh, Haley will give you a key knife too.
I don't know.
It's a little keychain knife thing. Okay, all that for the low price of $2. 51 going once, going twice, and CD Mercer taking it down. Large single item number 4. Thank you. Like 45 minutes into the show, I had the idea to get like some flat rate boxes and just start filling them up with random stuff over here, because it was stuff that like it's not great, you know, but it's too good to just toss or redonate, you know. So I was just going through our big piles of stuff over here and just grabbing stuff, putting it in a box, showing everybody what was in the box, and it was going really well. Like we were selling, you know, maybe like 10-15 things per box for like 50 to 60, and the best part about it is that they're all packed up. Like all you have to do is print labels now.
Right. And we also use flat rate boxes. So we don't actually do flat rate shipping through Whatnot, but we did like large single items that's not going to bundle with anything else. And we don't have to worry about the weight being over. They're already in here. They're already like, we know that the box fits. So now at this point, I just have to print the label and slap the names on it, which is really great.
The shipping profile we used was just for a 5-pound priority box. So you just go and change it from priority to flat rate. So it doesn't charge you anything for shipping, but just make sure it's a flat rate label when we print it out. But this is awesome. This, like, if you have a bunch of stuff you just want to clear out, you don't really care what it sells for, this seems to be the way to go.
Yes.
So while Haley finishes up shipping that Whatnot show, I want to go see if we got our new iPhones in today. We finally upgraded from iPhone 14 to the new iPhone 17, and it's supposed to be delivered today in the next 30 minutes or so. But first, I also want to tell you guys about Factor meals. You can see from the 5 empty Factor boxes we have in the garage, this proves that we've used these guys for 5 weeks technically now, and I could not be happier. So if you guys are normal viewers of the YouTube channel, you've seen us do ads for various meal delivery services over the years, and they've all been fine, but generally they just send you a box of ingredients and you still have to do the prep and the cooking and the cleaning up afterwards. So we were just looking for something a little bit more convenient, maybe something that we just get and heat and eat. And based on some online reviews we were reading, Factor seemed like to be a good option, which is why we tried it out in the first place. And again, we are maybe 5 or 6 weeks into it so far, and we could not be any happier. It has been a game changer for our weekday lunches like this. So we've really enjoyed the variety of meals that Factor offers every week. You can see this week alone, there are 95 different meals to choose from. They've got stuff for all different diets, high protein, keto, calorie smart, vegetarian. Everything we've tried so far has been absolutely delicious. Obviously, some meals we like more than others. I think there are 3 brand new meals to choose from every week. And you can also upgrade to like fancy stuff like steak, filet mignon, all that kind of crazy stuff. You guys can head to factor75.com or click the link below and use code HarryFB50 to get 50% off plus free breakfast for 1 year. That's code HarryFB50 at factor75.com to get 50% off plus free breakfast for 1 year. Thanks again, Factor, for sponsoring today's video. So we just stopped by the post office, dropped off all the orders from today, and I was once again reminded at how smooth that Whatnot show went with the large flat rate box stuff. And I don't think it's like something I want to do long term, but when we have a situation like we have now where we have a ton of this inventory that's just kind of piled up and we need to move stuff fast, I just really like that whole process of just filling up a box, packing it, and then it was just so easy. So we're probably going to do another flat rate box show like that later on this week. Stopping by Goodwill here. Let's see if we can find anything. We got this really nice vintage bread box here. $7. Maybe it has a repair. No, that's just a piece of wood. We've sold one of these in our booth before. I think I'm gonna get this. $7 is a really good price on that.
Look how cute this is. It's like a Jungle Cruise Walt Disney World 50. It's like the little boat, and there's 2 little itty bitties in here. And
that's
$3.
very cute. $3.
Adorable.
That's a scoop. This just fell off the hanger, but it is a NFL Chargers Nike. I think it's long sleeve. Let's make sure. Yeah, it's definitely Chargers, definitely a long sleeve. Oh, it's got a little Los Angeles thing on there. $4.75. I think I'll get that. Right here, I got a vintage Russell Athletic 2XL Made in USA green sweatshirt. I don't think there's anything on it. I think it's just a blank sweatshirt. And this stuff, the Russell sweatshirts have come back in style with the vintage people lately. $5.75. I think I will get that. Over here, we got a Big Mac JCPenney Authentic Workwear, size 3XL. I think it's probably vintage, maybe like 90s, early 2000s or so. It's like a thick chore shirt. It's got 2 pockets on the front, snap. It's like a shirt and a jacket mixed together, and it's only $5.75. Check this out. We got a Champion Made in USA. Caron reverse. It's not the reverse weave, I don't think. It's got the little Champion hit on the sleeve, embroidery right there. Size large. I think I'll get that too. This should be $5.75. A couple years ago, a piece like this would probably sell for, I don't know, like $70 to $100 or so. I'm sure the market has dropped a good bit since then, but I still think for less than $6, that is definitely a scoop. Looks like Haley found some stuff. Billie Eilish?
Okay, yeah. This is the one I don't know if I'm gonna fully get. This is just the logo on the front. It's a size extra large, I think. But yeah, I saw the Billie Eilish on there. There's a couple of them that were sold. One of them sold for 40 and one of them sold for 20. So kind of all over the place, but usually concert tour type stuff does really well.
Yeah.
It's $5.75. I think
we should
worth
get it.
To take a chance on it.
Yeah, she's
Whatnot,
famous.
Yeah, it might be interesting on Whatnot.
Whatnot, I think we can get $12.
Yeah, maybe. Check out this.
Oh wow.
Look.
That looks handmade.
It's actually vintage. I looked up this brand and there's not a lot listed, but like no, there's way more listed than sold. But some of the listed are like $50 and they're not near as cool as this one.
Yeah.
So I think with like Halloween coming up and people like looking for like unique items.
Yeah.
I think
I thought it was like handmade, but I don't know.
I don't think so. I think this is the way
Anything on the
this
back?
came. No, unfortunately. But like the tassel and stuff is just so unique.
Yeah.
It's only $5.75.
Let's try it. So fast forward like 2 days or so. We spent $48 and all that stuff at that last Goodwill, and we put it in the car, but I forgot to show you guys how clean my car was. I had this guy reach out to me on Instagram a couple weeks ago from Finter's Auto Detailing. You see that? His name is William. And he was like, hey, I watch your channel all the time. I would love to give you guys a free detail on the 4Runner. He like knew what kind of car we had in exchange for a shout out on YouTube. So I did pay him a little bit. But he sent out the whole crew. There's like him, his wife, and 2 of his employees. And they spent like 3.5 hours or so cleaning out the 4Runner. And it has never looked as good as it looks right now. I did, the first day I got in it to drive it for the first time, I did spill my Celsius in the seat. But other than that, it's still looking pretty good. So shout out those guys. If you were in Lexington, South Carolina, and you were looking for someone to detail your car, I would highly recommend those guys. Finter's Auto Detailing. Ask for William. Tell him Harry Tornado sent you. But without further ado, let's head into the house that we are in the process of selling. You guys recognize this house from, back in the day, starting the YouTube channel. We made a video a couple months ago talking about some things we were getting done to it, upgrades, repairs, things like that. So let's head inside and see what it looks like right now. Here we go. You guys may recognize immediately that we have new floors in here.
It looks so good. We actually have this flooring in what, like 90% of the house now, and it just makes it look so like
clean and modern. We did this LVP flooring everywhere in the house but the kitchen, because the kitchen flooring was just replaced, I don't know, like 3 years ago.
Yeah, when our kitchen flooded.
We did all new paint in the whole house, all new like baseboard stuff. I don't know if they replaced all the baseboard or just painted it, but we went with a neutral color. I know like beige and gray is kind of,
It's what people want. People don't want to walk into a house and see like blue and yellow and green and like just all of it. So yeah, it's very neutral and clean looking.
Got to keep it neutral if you want to sell your house. Kitchen's looking good. Again, we kept the floor in here. I put all new light bulbs in this light fixture. That made a huge difference. We put all the cabinets were painted. All of the cabinet hardware pieces were upgraded. We had that old like 90s gold hardware, so those look a lot better. We did new quartz countertops in here. I think they did a new sink over here with a new faucet. Again, new countertops. We got to get a little outlet cover for that one over there. We didn't upgrade any of the appliances because I don't think that's really important to just sell a house, but the kitchen's looking really good.
I think it does matter for some houses for sure, but ours, like they're already kind of like stainless steel. They will have to replace them probably, other than the dishwasher. They're like a little bit older. So people do appreciate them being relatively updated and not like from the 80s or something.
Yeah. When we bought the house, the stove was from the 80s. There was no refrigerator. We bought this refrigerator back in 2017. Out of some $200. I think it was like $100 or something. It was in this guy's garage, and we were like, oh, let's just get it temporarily until we get something better.
Yeah.
And it works great. We cleaned it out. It looks good. In the garage, I think all they did was paint. They just painted the walls out here a little bit. Kind of wanted to leave it as a blank template, if you will, so somebody else could do whatever they wanted to after they bought it.
Somebody else can start a YouTube business, eBay business from that.
Yeah, we've already given them the game plan. In the backyard, if you guys remember the deck we had, it was functional but kind of ugly. So we just went ahead and replaced the deck. This one is slightly bigger. It's like 1 foot wider and 1 foot longer. Very simple, but I think it turned out really nice. And people love seeing brand new stuff like this. Guest bathroom, we just replaced the faucet, and I think there's a new mirror. No, that's the old mirror. And a new light fixture, and then just all new paint and the new flooring in here. This bathroom and this guest room over here, if you guys remember, were that really dark green paint that we used for the YouTube studio back in the day. And switching to this like neutral grayish beige paint really makes the room look a lot bigger. This other room back here is basically the same thing. New flooring, new paint. That light fixture is only like a year old. The primary bedroom had carpet back here, so I think switching to LVP flooring was a good move. This room looks huge, looks clean, looks fresh, looks ready to move in. We did the same countertops back here at the primary double sink area that we did in the kitchen. So those turned out really nice. And then in the shower area, we ripped out the old fiberglass shower unit that was only 48 inches and we replaced it with this 60-inch unit. There was like this weird blank space behind this wall back here, like a fake wall. So we knocked out that wall to make it to where we could add this bigger shower unit in here, which I think makes the bathroom look really nice. and it was a lot cheaper than tile. And one of the most expensive things we did on the house is totally replace the roof. We had to fix that plumbing boot. Remember, there was like a leak in the attic or whatever that was like rotten some wood. We replaced all that and replaced the whole roof. I think just the roof alone was like $8,700 or so, and then everything else we did on the house was about $22,000. So about $30,000 all in, roughly, is what we spent on this whole home upgrade. And I think based on information available, it probably added about $40,000 in value to the house. So spending 30 to make an extra 10,000, you know, on the future sale, I think it's worth it, especially because we didn't do any of the work ourselves. We hired all this stuff out. If we did it ourselves, we probably could have done it for $15,000 or $20,000. But I don't want to do housework anymore. We've learned our lesson from the flip house. We were renting this house out for the last 2.5 or 3 years or so, and our renter moved out recently. And we just made the decision to just fix up the house and sell it versus renting it out again. I'm sure if we, found a great tenant and, nothing ever went wrong, renting would be great. We're renting out the flip house, and that's going really well.
Yes.
But I don't know, we just had some conversations, some discussions, and just found that being landlords is not that great.
Yeah, and people talk about that all the time on social media. Like, there's pros and cons of doing it either way. We just decided, we were like, I think because we have so many like other ventures, we have the YouTube channel, we have like whatnot and all that kind of stuff, just to put like our efforts into something else and maybe get into some more investing and all that kind of stuff. It just works.
Yeah, so this house is paid off. We don't have a mortgage on it. So I think we were like, we could just sell the house, take all the money we make from the sale of the house and just invest that in the stock market. I think, I don't know if I told you guys that we sold the house. We listed it for sale.
We have not said that yet.
We haven't said it yet. We listed it for sale last Wednesday. There was a viewing on Saturday. So it was listed for 2-3 days or whatever. No, because it was listed on Thursday. So it was listed Thursday, viewing Saturday morning, and then we got an offer Saturday night from those people. Went back and forth a couple times, and we agreed on a price. So I think after fees and commissions and all that stuff, we should make or get a check for about $230,000 from the house, roughly somewhere in there. And if we just invest that into the stock market, making, let's say 10% a year for easy math, I mean, that's $23,000 a year just in interest, and it would compound over time. So yes, we would. If we kept the house, we would get the appreciation. The house would continue to go up in value in theory, plus the rent. Right. But, we've just decided that the rent is not worth it.
Yeah, we've decided our long-term plan does not include being renters. And that's okay. Another thing, Josh was talking about, how we put $30,000 in to make $10,000, and we thought that it was well worth it for our time. The other reason why we think that it was well worth it, because the house sold in 2 days.
Very quickly.
We knew when we were we're not going to put all of this money into this house, and then this is not going to sit on the market forever.
Well, even there's another house in the neighborhood, one street over at the front of the neighborhood, that's a very similar size to this house, and it's been listed for a while, 4 or 5 months, for $250,000, and it just hasn't had a lot of interest. And we went to go look at it, and I think it's because it's old, it's outdated, the walls are scuffed, just stuff like that, stuff that I think people are having a hard time seeing past. So I'm even if we spend 30 to fix up the house and we just make an extra 30, it's just an even swap, just having that house sell faster will be worth the work.
Absolutely.
I think.
Yeah, in our opinion.
Yeah. So there we go. We have the house under contract officially. The home inspection is scheduled for next Wednesday. If that goes well, the closing is scheduled for October 10th. I think so.
It's very bittersweet, of course. We've talked about this multiple times on the YouTube channel. This is where Josh grew the business in the beginning. In the beginning, yes. In the YouTube channel and the eBay store and everything. Obviously, the shipping happened here. So it was our first house that we had together. So it's
nostalgic.
It's super nostalgic. It's going to be really sad to see it go, but I think we are excited to move on to those other plans we talked about.
And the people that are buying the house, they're first-time home buyers. So, they're a young couple, and like you said, maybe they'll start their own YouTube channel in here. Have 2 YouTube channels born out of the same house. So like I said in the beginning of the video, we have another project that we've been working on for 17 weeks, 16, 17, 18 weeks now, that we have been postponing on telling you guys about because we wanted to wait till everything was finalized, but I'm getting impatient. And the sale of this house is kind of directly related to this new project.
And why we're not being landlords anymore.
And why we're not being landlords. So let's get out of here, lock this up, head home, and tell you guys about that. I'm very excited. So a while back on the channel, maybe even like a year ago, we made a video, I think it was called like the most unrealistic reselling goal ever or something. And it was us kind of fantasizing about the idea of buying land behind our house, behind our property back here. We currently own all of this. And then right along this creek sort of is where our land stops and the land that backs up to our property starts. But the problem was that land was very expensive. It was 26 or 27 acres, originally listed at like $2 million, which is very out of our price range. And they slowly kept dropping the price, and it got all the way down to like 1.3 million or so, which we still couldn't afford. And then we just kind of forgot about it. I think somebody else bought it like last year or whatever, you know, and we just kind of gave up on it. But a couple months ago, maybe 3 or 4 months ago, I was just scrolling through Zillow and I saw the land back here that had been subdivided. They made 9 different lots with it, and one lot that they had, you know, a proposal to subdivide was the lot that touches our property, the one we just kind of crossed into right now. So it sounds like what happened was a family bought the full acreage to use as a homestead, and then for whatever reason their plans changed. So then instead of selling the land the same way they bought it, like in one big group, they proposed a subdivision, and then the land that backs up to our house fell into a subdivision that was about 13 acres. I think it's 12.8 acres. And not only does it touch the back of our property, but there's also a beautiful pond right in the middle of the 12.8 acres.
Right here.
This is not a very good look at the pond.
Not at all.
Because there's a bush in the way. But we'll walk around this way to give you guys a better look. It's really fun walking the dogs back here without leashes. They can just kind of go after it. There's nothing back here but the occasional deer. It's just so interesting how plans change and develop over time, because Haley and I really were excited about the possibility of buying this land one day, but there was just no way that we could afford, you know, $1.3 million or anything like that.
And we didn't want to spend that much money. Like, that's so much money.
And we didn't really need all of it. We really just wanted the pond back here and the land touching our house, because, you know, what else we're going to do with more acreage over here. And so when I pulled up Zillow and saw that they had subdivided it, I was like, oh my gosh, Haley, you'll never guess what I just saw. Sometimes the dogs get a little too excited and get a little, oh, here he comes. He's coming back. There he is. Sometimes the dogs get a little too excited, and we walk around. We have this big loop that we walk around the perimeter of the pond, and they're getting used to it now. Side of the pond, or, you know, the people that own the land on the other side over here, or the other side over here between this and the road, if they develop, we'll still have lots of privacy all back here at the pond, which is just awesome. I got my fishing pole. You think I can catch anything?
You have before.
I won't fish too long, peeps. Sorry, that was very short-lived. Second cast, my blobber got caught in that tree over there and it popped off. So let's just keep walking the land. I'm gonna leave my pole here. I'll come back for it later. I think Haley's least favorite part about the land is that there are a lot of spiders out here. Like especially in this like path area.
I've never seen so many spiders in my entire life. And they like make these huge webs, and they're like gigantic.
Yeah,
they make these huge webs that like go across 2 trees, and you're just like walking, and all of a sudden you feel the spider web, and you're like, where is it?
And it's like they rebuild the webs so quickly, because we walk back here all the time. I usually have my machete and I'm like chop them down as we go. And we'll come back the next day and they'll be...
Oh, look, check it out right here.
They'll be back. Oh, yep. That's a big one.
Look at it.
Look at that guy. Can you see it? I don't know if they can see it or not. You got to walk underneath it. Oh, you can see that. We said that we were working on this project for 15 or 16 weeks at this point, because we've been under contract for this land for that long. The problem is being so slow, because when they listed it for sale, it wasn't officially subdivided yet. It was a proposal. So then we went under contract, and now the seller is going to the county to try to get, you know, the approval to separate all the land, you know, from that one big 26, 27 acre plot into, you know, our one plot, and then the other 8 plots over here. When they first accepted our offer, they said it might be 60 to 90 days, but again, it's been almost 17 weeks at this point, and I don't even see any signs of like major progress. Somebody has been out here recently, because those pink flags on that tree right now were not there the other day, so that's good.
Yeah,
we're
that's
seeing
new.
that they're at least like, that's the corner of our property they're going that way. I'm a big fan of this rock right here. Yeah, a lot of deer back here. Those are fresh ones too. We found so far 3 deer stands, like hunting deer stands, and there might actually be more out here. They don't look very active. I don't think the people that currently own the land were hunting on it. There's also a trail camera over here that I have smiled and waved at a couple times. This is a nice kind of open area right here. There's a deer stand right there, and these are some white oak trees that drop acorns, which deer love. So I think this would be a really good area right here to hunt some deer. Hey, 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 hey. This way. Get out of the mud. I made this nice trail going down through here, and the dogs never follow it. Mose, come on. Here's another spider web that I specifically knocked down. I didn't even know that one. This is a big mammoth jammer right here. We knocked this one down like 2 days ago. That guy right there.
No, I think we just kind of scooted him to the side.
I don't know, but he rebuilt. I know spiders are a vital part of our ecosystem, but I don't like them. Look at that thing. That thing's huge. Stanley, please give me that. Stop jumping through the web.
He doesn't like the sticks. Oh.
No, Stanley. Oh my gosh, go.
He doesn't like the sticks until you're holding the stick.
Yeah.
And then he desperately wants
He thinks when I'm getting the webs down, I'm like taunting him with it.
Yes.
There's also another big open spot right here, and I was like, oh, this would be kind of cute to put like a little cabin or something, like a guest house or whatever back here. But when we had the land test to see if you could build on the property, there's all sorts of guidelines. Like there's a lot of gullies, like big kind of valleys that, you know, rainwater washes down to go to the pond when it rains. The lady with the land company said that like in order to build, you have to be like 60 feet away from a gully and like 75 feet away from the pond. You can see the pond is right there. So I don't think we could build like a permanent house right here. They said we had to go a little bit further back towards the back of the property that way, but I'm sure we could build some little, you know, fishing cabin or something right here, a non-permanent structure. There's also a little floating dock down here. It's tied to this tree, but I think you can untie it and kind of float out on it if you wanted. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a little bit of bubble action popping up in the middle right there. This pond is spring fed, which I think means that there are like natural springs out there that kind of shoot up fresh water that keep the water level fresh and level, I guess. I don't know what I'm talking about. Are y'all having fun? Stanley loves coming out here. So right here is one of the bigger gullies on the property, and you can kind of, just to show you what I was talking about, it's like, you know, an obvious little ravine where it would, you know, the water would flow from other parts of the land down into the ravine and then down here all the way to the pond right there. And you just can't build a house too close to something like that, which makes sense. The land is in a very weird shape too, so I'll have to throw up a map on the screen or something, but we also own like a strip of land along the back of this property all the way to the road back there, and that gives us like 50 feet of road access. So we would build, you know, have a driveway that is like, I don't know, 400 or 500 yards long, all the way, like leading all the way back here to the main piece of land, which makes the land more valuable. You don't want to buy a bunch of land that's totally surrounded by other people's land with no way to access it from a public road. Right after that last clip, I just walked through the biggest spider web of my entire life. It felt like I was a fish caught in a net. I took my hat and my shirt off to make sure I wasn't covered in spider eggs. Oh, good stick. Good stick. And it's funny because when we first made our old video about the 27 acre lot that was available, we had a lot of people comment and say, why don't you just ask them to buy, you know, a smaller plot of land next to your house? And we did. I asked that agent directly, and that seller of the land was not interested in subdividing. They didn't want to have to deal with all that stuff, which makes sense because it has turned out to be a huge headache. Again, going on 17 weeks now of just waiting for the county to approve paperwork, which seems a little crazy. Like, I don't expect anything to happen super fast with the county, but like our offer was accepted and the contract was ratified the first week of June, and we're getting into, you know, almost October at this point, and I'm just like, what is going on, you know? So here is a map of the land with the proposed plot lines that we're waiting to get approved from the county. So the whole land goes from this corner all the way down there, all the way up here and along the road. You can see they have the 8 subdivisions over here, the little rectangular pieces, and then the land that we are under contract for is this piece right here. So our house is right here. We own from the cul-de-sac right here all the way down our neighbor's house, down this line, and back up to the cul-de-sac. And then the land that we're buying would be all this. The pond is right there in the middle. We own the road frontage right here, the 50 feet of road frontage for the driveway in the back. And then we would also own this little weird piece right there. I don't really know what that is, but that will be ours too once this contract, everything gets approved. And you can see the pond is, like I said, right in the middle of the property, and we have all this, the wooded area surrounding it, to make sure that even if people build houses here or here on this land or whatever, we're always going to have at least, somewhat secludability. I don't know. You guys get it. That's what we're working with. I really hope everything gets approved soon. Like we have permission to go out there and fish and walk and all that kind of stuff. So it's not a huge deal. We're kind of already using the land, but I just want it to be done and over with. We said earlier in the video that selling our other house was kind of part of buying this land. And I thought it was going to be at first, because when we first put in the offer and it was accepted back in June, we didn't have enough cash on hand to cover the down payment on the land loan. If you guys don't know, if you've never bought land before, it's more expensive than buying a house. You have to put down more money. The interest rate is more expensive. I think we have like an 8.4, 8.5% rate on the land loan. So it's expensive, So at the time we didn't have enough cash, but I was like, maybe if we can fix this other house and get it sold before we close on the land, we can use that cash to put towards the land. But because the closing has taken so long with the land, now we've just saved up more cash over the last few months. So now we don't have to technically sell the other house, even though we still will. And that extra cash will definitely help. So some of you guys may be wondering, like, what is the purpose of the land? Like, why do we want to buy the land other than just having it? Is there any type of goal we have in mind? And that's a great question, because that's the same question that Haley and I asked ourselves, when we were given the opportunity to buy this. And I think number one, we wanted to buy the land to protect our privacy back here. Like, we're very secluded, we're in a great neighborhood, and we love the woodsy feel, and I didn't want somebody else to buy the land and then build a house right behind us. So that was the first thing that we wanted to tackle. Number two, Haley and I both grew up on properties with ponds in the backyard, and that was just a really fun childhood, to be honest with you guys. Like, going fishing all the time, and like I'm doing it now. Like, I go fishing almost every single day, because now instead of having to get in the car and get my fishing stuff and drive to the lake, I literally just walk 100 yards back here behind the warehouse, and I'm at a pond. And there are some big fish in that pond. I caught a bass the other day. It was probably 5 or 6 pounds, maybe 6.5 if we want to stretch it a little bit. Literally the biggest bass I've ever caught in my entire life. And it was at a pond that we will probably own in the next couple weeks, as long as everything goes smoothly. And that's just a really fun thing to look forward to in our future. And I guess the other goal would be, like, the land is approved to build a house out there. So if we want to buy the land and own it for 5 or 10 or 15 years, eventually build a house out there, we could still use the land, go fishing, live in this house, and still run the business out of this property while all that's being built. And then one day, once that's finished, we could just move out there and then sell this house. We would still own the land, we'd still have the pond, the house would be closer to the pond, and we wouldn't have more houses than we need. And if we have kids or something one day, we could build a whole family compound out there. There's probably room for at least 2 or 3 houses on the property in nice, like, flat, non-wet areas. So that's why we wanted the land. I'm just very grateful that the timing worked out the way it did, that we were able to, see the land available for sale before anybody else. And obviously I'm grateful for you guys supporting our business, because if it wasn't for our business being as successful as it is, we would never have the financial means to afford to do stuff like this. And I am just forever grateful for all of you guys that continue to support us on a daily basis. Haley and I have been so blessed in life, and we just never, ever want to take that for granted. So thank you guys so much for all your support. Thank you for watching today's video. Thanks to Factor Meals for sponsoring today's video. Appreciate them as well. It's businesses like that sponsor our channel that also helped contribute to us being able to do stuff like this. So I just very, very thankful, very grateful. Love you guys so much. We'll catch you on the next one.